Good morning. Just out doing a quick walk. So take you with me. We had a bear in the area, like just up around the corner. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up. There's a little chickie on her back. These ones are the ones who hatched. I think it's been about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago now. Of course, having some issues with our opener. But my rooster, here, and there's a rooster here. My roosters are out, so I'm gonna let it be for a minute, and we'll have to come back down to that later. I'm trying to decide. I don't have very many flowers in this wild area. I'm trying to decide if I mow it all down this week or not. Just because right now it just is weedy, not very pretty. We did spend, I think we did tallied up about 3 hours in the garden, all 4 of us this weekend. So this finally got weeded. I kind of went through and cut down some stuff. Lost a lot, but you can't tell. So we still have a ton of volunteer marigolds and tomatillas, and we can finally see all the celery. So there's a ton more over here. We found some more onions in here. There's one remaining broccoli, so maybe we'll get some broccoli on there. I do need to harvest peppers this week, and I told John we need to start harvesting basil and start getting it in the dehydrator. But the pole beans still don't really seem to be flushing on any fruit. Oh, there's a hummingbird. The hummingbirds love those marigolds. I know they're super invasive and whatever, but that makes my heart happy. We've got lots of pole beans coming in, tons of peppers, and also tons of bug damage. The sunflowers seem to be flushing out. I'm hoping we can get, I want to plant a bunch more and get like a wall of sunflowers. So let's see, get this guy up in here. Put it down here. So he's got a lower branch that'll hold on. Sorry about that. And this guy. This cherry tomatoes. I can't keep up with them. We didn't spend a whole lot of time on the tomatoes, honestly. Like, probably no time on the tomatoes. And we do definitely need to come out here and spend some time. We give them our first couple pole beans. So those are on the tomato wall. The beans are a drying black bean. I'm super excited to try that again. We did kind of clean up around here some. I've got to figure out what to do with my holy basil. It is definitely not happy right now. Although I did see a creator say that they let the holy basil go to seed because it actually makes it taste better. So I do need to come through and kind of clean up all the spent flowers. We got some more celery over here. It looks like maybe it's trying to go to seed. I don't know what's going on there. We have pink Chinese celery and a Utah tall. Cleaned up some of the weeds in here, obviously not all of them. I see my first cucumber. I did not see this the other day. Cucumbers are prickly, if you didn't know that. They are usually not the most fun thing to harvest because the plant and the fruit are prickly. This is not bad though. This is a lemon cucumber. Actually, it might be the Richmond apple. I don't know. I have about 6 varieties of cucumbers that I plant. I'm still trying to figure out what we like. I do pickle some, but I actually have never pickled any of my cucumbers. I always end up pickling ones that I've been given, because I have not ever grown successfully a good harvest of cucumbers. This side was supposed to be sweet peppers, but I obviously have 2 cayenne pepper plants right here, which is fine. They might have volunteered. And then these also don't look like sweet peppers, but we'll see. The corn is starting to tassel. There's a ton of ants in it. So I don't know if the ants is partly what helps pollinate. We did pull out all the squash. Even the little corn is tasseling. And then this is a new variety of tomato. They look like a little heart. I'm excited to see if we like that one because it seems pretty prolific. That one plant has probably more tomatoes on it than the rest of the tomato plants, except for the volunteers. The zinnias are still looking gorgeous. My random bean plant, I don't even know. We do have some zinnias that volunteered over here. They've been kind of mowing around, but they definitely don't look super happy. But all weekend we watered these rows to help get them through that heat. So I do need to start harvesting beans because I'm finding more and more beans. The beans, anywhere where there's beans and corn, those are bush beans. These gorgeous morning glories. I was hoping some of the different colors would come through, but apparently this pink one was super prolific last year, which is fine. We've got melons starting to set flowers. Those are 2 volunteer ground cherries. I'm just letting them do their thing. Some more basil. This experiment over here has been interesting. So the beans still seem to be doing okay, and there's still a lot of beans in there. But obviously the root systems of the corn and the beans have reached the concrete that is underneath of it, and so it's severely stunted the growth. But I'm also wondering if this area gets the least amount of sun. I'm wondering if it's not getting enough sun because that corn started out taller than the rest. Now it's a good 2 feet shorter and it's not tasseling. So I'm not sure what we're doing there. This was a huge mess, and John spent probably a good hour weeding it. We did harvest out, 6 cloves of garlic. There's still some weeds in there, but that's sweet potatoes. And where the potatoes were, we did plant, and it looks like some of them are germinating. We did plant some of the squash that I wanted to try, and then we transplanted this marigold last week as well. Try to mow around these strawberries. They're sending runners out like crazy, so definitely this fall we're going to have to figure something out with that. I definitely have some sort of black going through these, which is kind of par for the course with a volunteers that have been unkept for the most part. I mean, I'm keeping them up off the ground as much as I can, but there's not a whole lot I can do. We have harvested several handfuls of fruit off of this contraption over here. This is a cherry, there's a tomatillo, and there's a ground cherry amidst the bulbs and stuff that I actually did plant. But you can see some flesh and fruit in there. I got even some that are ready to harvest. We're also getting to the part of the year where I need to start looking for hornworms, and this will end up having to be cut back because they'll just devour the entire. They like both species. They'll eat any nightshade, and all of this is nightshade. Just looking for some ground cherries. I do have a critter that's coming in because I keep finding ground cherry holes down there. So that's been fun. It's still very wild, but we did tame the beast a bit this weekend, and that felt good. So, we still have tons of these marigolds. The Cosmo bloomed this week, and it looks like we're going to get another one. It was gorgeous, and it just kind of stood out among the sea of orange flowers and green, having that kind of pinkish purple flower. And the zinnias are starting to bloom. I'm excited. I see a couple of the white ones. I was hoping that I'd get a couple of the green ones, but I just really like getting all the colors. Oh, and that Cosmo bloomed, but I just think those white zinnias look real pretty, and so I'm hoping that all of this will kind of reseed this area and fill in over the years and just be a really pretty. I could come in and cut flowers or not. We'll just see. And then I did see the other day, can't see it from down here. I looked over at the tree and it was setting off another bloom. I wasn't expecting that, but I don't see it today. It was about halfway up on the south side. Anyways, that's the garden today. Have a blessed day.